Hey everyone, welcome back. So we are going to talk about Sofi and many updates that I have for you. Number one, my request for Anthony Noto to come on the channel. I'm going to give you an update on that. Number two, the insider buying that has happened in Sofi stock in the last 1 year, and also recently how many insiders have bought the stock and how many bought them at what price. Then I'm going to show you some support and resistance on the chart, which is going to be very important as we get into the next few weeks. So let's do this. Let's start with the Anthony Noto request. So a user on Twitter, Krishna, thank you Krishna for suggesting me to email Sofi's IR team, which I did, and they responded back to me asking me about different stats on my channel, how many viewers I have, how many views I get, and those kind of things. And of course, Anthony Noto, as we know, is a busy man, and I don't expect him to just come out and say, yeah, sure, let's do an interview. They have to vet it out to make sure that the person is legit, if the channel is legit, and if it's going to make sense for them, which totally understandable. It's been 6 days since I responded back to them about the request that they had. So they asked me within like 3-4 days of me I'm sending them an email. They responded back, and I responded back to them saying that yes, these are the stats. This is how big of a channel I have. This is the views I get. And then after that, I haven't heard anything back from them. I nudged them yesterday, or I sent them an email basically saying them, can you please let me know, do you have an update on this? So I want you guys to do this. I'm gonna retweet on my previous tweet on Twitter, and I want you guys to please go ahead and retweet that tweet. It's too many tweets to basically ask Anthony Noto and tag Anthony Noto so that they can get their attention one more time and we can have him on the channel so we can talk about the proxy statement and the proposal they have for the reverse stock split, because we know now that the shareholder meeting is happening. We got the date and we can ask some questions at that. So I really highly encourage all of you to kind of put that question. I'm going to also do that, and hopefully we can get an answer either way. Either he can come on the channel, we can talk about Sofi, not just a proxy statement or why reverse stock split now, but all the good things that Sofi has to offer for its member and the growth. I mean, I just heard that it has been now launched in Singapore, and then Hong Kong was before. So Latin America, they bought Technisys. So there's a lot going on with Sofi, and we as investors are very happy about it. Of course, we are very eager about it, but would like to know a little bit more from Anthony Noto, of course, why reverse stock split now, and that was the whole thing that got this started. So we are going to, as I said, we have a lot to cover. So as I told you, the first part is that they responded back to me. So thank you, Sofi's IR team for responding back. And now I have given the reply to them. Now I'm waiting for them to reply back to me, either yay or nay for Anthony Noto to come on the channel, and I will update all of you as soon as I get their reply. Now let me share the screen and let's talk about the insider buying that I have to share with all of you guys. Okay, so if you can see, this is from right here, May 28th, right here of 2021. Okay, this is 1 year of chart. And this right here is the price. Is the right here, as you can see, is right here as we touched like $24. And this is the double top that we had in 2021. And after that, we have seen a decline in the price. But pay attention to this. So this, as they say, insider know what's going on. A lot of buying happened at around $15 mark right here in August of 2021. And that could be the expiration of many things, because again, people had like a few months before they can go ahead and do the open buys, or if they had more of a stock options grant, that's why they were buying over here. So a lot more buying happened over here. Then some sells or some sell happened over here when the stock was about $20, when the stock was about $18, and the stock was about $15. But since then, as you can see, we have this massive buying that's taking place at every price point. I mean, look how much buying happened right here at about $8. How much buying happened right here at about like $5.50 and $6. I mean, that's a great price in my opinion. And then as soon as March 15th, March 31st, April 29th, May 16th, and now recently Anthony Noto bought. Now, not all of these are just open market buys. These are all option grants as well, or some of them are options grant as well. So when you see this big number right here, 411,000 on March 16th of 2022, these are all options assignment. Basically, options got granted, and I dropped my pencil. Hold on a second. There you go. Okay, I got it. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have all these plotted on a chart, and it gives the closing price, the volume of the stock, and the net buys. Now, not all of them are open market buys. That means they didn't come on the open market and bought all of them. Some of them are options grant. An options grant is basically when company alert or allots you an option and you have an option of either keeping those shares or selling it in open market. So when the price is this low, it doesn't make sense for these guys to come and sell the options grant that they have. And that's why you see here, net buy right here. This is a net buy. That means, let's say that they get allotted 10,000 shares. Out of the 10,000 shares, they have to pay taxes. And they pay taxes by selling the share right away in the open market so that they don't have to pay taxes later on at the higher price, because it's dumb, right? Why wouldn't you want to pay taxes right now, right away, and get it out of the way? So when they pay the taxes with 5,000 shares, now the net buy that they have that shows up here in this column is the 5,000 shares. So all this are half of what they were granted. Not all this, but because some of them are open market buys. Right here is an open market buy from Anthony Noto, and there are some others that are open market buys. That means they're just coming out on the stock market and buying the stock. But some of them are, or majority of them are, options grant. So options grant, as we know, when it says net buy, that means they have already paid taxes, they have already sold half, and this is the remaining that they keep in their account, because the prices are just amazing. I mean, look at this, $6.2 and $6 and $6.75 and $7.4. These are all amazing prices. In all of this, we only had one sell this year, which was 2,000 shares back in 120 or January 20 of 2022, when the stock price was about $15, just almost double to what it is right now. But after that, we have seen nothing but net buys. This is a very bullish approach, in my opinion, from the insider, because they could easily come and they can say, you know what, I'm going to take my money and run, and they can be done with it and super, all done. But this there over here shows that they believe that the share price is at a very, very attractive buying level. And again, this is not a video where I'm telling you to buy Sofi, but this is a video that shows the insider confidence a lot. And there's a saying that says there are many reasons why insider sells a company's stock. It could be for the tax purposes, could be that they need money personally, but there is only one reason why they buy the stock or they keep the stock, is because they believe in the company, that the company is going to do really well in the coming years. And we all know that the company is going to perform really well in the coming years. The only thing that we want to know is a little bit more clarity as we go forward as investors. And that's why it's really, really exciting to see the insider believe in the company and the stock so much so that they are keeping all these net buys and they're basically holding on to the stock at these levels. Now I'm going to share the chart with you, and we are going to talk about Sofi as a stock. And Sofi as a stock, as a company, we know they're doing great. Sofi as a stock is actually at a very critical level right now. So this line right here, this is a trend line. And you saw that we broke the trend right here. Come on, there you go. We broke the trend on, don't move. Okay, we broke the trend on May 18th. Right here, and then after that we have been trending up 19, 20, but then now we are going back, and we saw this market rally and Sofi rally, and we came close to about $8 right here, and then after that we have been trending down. This is a daily chart, okay, and I always zoom out a little bit more to understand exactly what's going on. So on a daily chart, we can see that we have right now RSI right in the middle, and we have MACD, which is now kind of going down in a different direction. That means now it's going towards a negative MACD on a daily chart. So next few days could be painful for Sofi. But if I go onto the weekly chart, and this is a weekly chart, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Look at the trend line here. So weekly chart is now actually looking right here that it could turn positive. The MACD could turn positive. And we are seeing that the trend line right here, as per the weekly chart, is about $5.80 some cents. So if Sofi can maintain the price point that it is right now for the next few days, and if it can take a hike from here, because the market condition, because I was reading an article where they were talking about how fintech has already bottomed. That means the bottom that we are waiting for S&P and all that, we have already seen fintech. A lot of high selling has already happened in fintech, and shares at these prices are amazing. But what we are seeing over here right now is suggest that the next few days could be painful if you look at the daily chart. And the reason why I'm bringing chart is this, because Sofi is very high volume traded stock, and it's a very algo trading stock. That means there is a lot of algos, there is a lot of shorting and buying and short covering that happened on SoFi on a daily basis. And that's why these things are important. And these things are important because we want to make sure exactly, or not we, but the people, those who are shorting, and people, those who are the computers, want to make sure that they follow the trend line. And as soon as they see the trend change, they will come out and they start doing heavy selling. Or if they see the trend change, they will come out and start covering their shorts. Because this is what happened here. If you pay attention, as soon as we broke that trend line, in the next few days, it was more of a short covering than anything else. Because yeah, people are, or big companies are still not coming into the funds are still not coming in and buying these companies left and right, because the market sentiment is all down. But what we saw over here was basically we broke the trend, and short, or the computers or the algos decided, you know what, no, we are breaking the trend, we want to go and cover our shorts, because we can be in, if the short squeeze happen or if the market takes off, we are in a big trouble. And that's why you see all this, the rally that we had, and now the trend is changing. And if we break this trend, then we can continue in this direction and have more pain until the market kind of shifts or changes. I have done two most recent videos on the market conditions, and if you have not watched it, definitely watch the video, because it talks about how, or the shift that we are having in the markets. So it's going to be very interesting next few weeks for the market overall. But SoFi, I feel right now, the price point it's very attractive at many levels. A, the company is doing well. B, the team is executing really well on all metrics. And C, they are expanding. I mean, you know, with the recent addition of Singapore, they were already in Hong Kong, and I'm sure they're looking at Latin America very, very aggressively, because Latin America is huge when it comes to fintech or adoption of fintech. So it's going to get really interesting for the stock market and also for SoFi. Especially watch out for the trend as it continues today, and also the weekly chart as well, to see where the trend goes. And then if the weakness comes, I'll be adding more shares, because I feel these are such great prices right now to add more shares as we get into June, or the first 2 weeks of June is going to be really, really critical for the market. So again, I'm going to bring out the investor relation, or the SoFi, or the Anthony Noto's interview back here again. So again, I'm going to tweet or retweet my previous tweet. Go ahead on Twitter and retweet and tag Anthony Noto. And I'm going to put my Twitter handle at the bottom. If you have not followed me, or if you have missed that video, follow me on Twitter, because we do want somebody from the company, it doesn't have to be Anthony Noto, somebody from the company, somebody from their management team, to come on the channel and basically talk about why reverse split now, when the company is doing or performing so well and the future is looking so bright. And we want to know the answer before July, before the shareholders meeting, so we basically know what to vote for or how to vote for. I hope I provided some value, and if you like the video, then give it a like, and also consider subscribing to the channel. And for more one-on-one conversation, consider joining our Discord and Patreon, links in the description below. As always, a pleasure to bring all of this with you. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.